guys, welcome back to the workshop. It's Pharaoh Iron and Customs. I'm Michael, and today we're going to be back working on the 50. I had hoped that all of my parts would be here for getting started on the front end. Even still, I still have to do all this cleanup to the front end. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the cleanup. I'm still waiting on the camera kit for the top. It actually changes the location of the top A-frame. I may actually look at that and think about still bringing it up higher, and I'll get into that whenever I'm working on it. But I picked up a few tools today. Oh well, that's the other thing I was going to say. I could level the car up and then start trying to figure out how much I need to jack the body up and what I got to do to get the rocker panel in the car. But I want to get the front end put back together. I want to bring the car towards the middle of the shop, probably 5 or 6 inches, give a little more room on the other side of the car. Bring the car as far forward as I can to allow decent room, access to the toolbox. That way, if I want to use the forge and the anvil and all that I can get to it, because I imagine it's going to be on the stands for a while. And when I jack it up on the stands, the floor of my shop is a long way from level. A matter of fact, I don't know if I could take video of it to do justice to how badly unlevel the floor is in here. So I'm going to have to go in and get the chassis level one corner at a time, and it's just going to have to stay, it's going to have to stay there the way it is for a while, at least until I get, I need to get in there and figure out the center line for my axle, and I want to get at least get the inner and outer rocker panels repaired, so I can start working on the floor pans. And at some point I'm gonna have to pull the body off of the car, and I want to put the body on this side of the shop. I'm gonna pull it off of the car and have the chassis over there to work on. And then whenever I get as far as I can go on the chassis, until I get the body ready to get back on, I'm going to put the chassis back out in the storage building. So I picked up a few things today. I picked up an electric angle finder. I think should come in extraordinarily helpful, because, like I said, we got to set everything to work off level. I've got an electric it's an electric digital T-level, T-bevel. Anyway, it's like a protractor for finding angles, and I've got one of these, but I'm not sure where it's at. I bought it several years ago and I've never used it, but I'm gonna need this contour gauge. And I got some wire brushes the other day, and just got them in the shop. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find my safety glasses, I'm going to break out the wire brush, and I'm going to start cleaning up the front end of this car. So that's what we're doing today. Alright guys, got the fan running. I hope you can hear what I'm saying with no problem. You can see we talked about this hole before. That rust runs all the way across the front, and it's rusted up down here. And these are the little angle iron support brackets for the lower control arm. So I'm gonna have to take those out. All that stuff's gonna get done when the chassis is out from underneath the car, and I completely stripped the chassis down. I got the motor mounts out and cleaned up. Everything looks good back here. It's still a little dirty. I got to get a different brush to get in there and clean that up. But so you know, there's another project right there, getting that straightened out. So I'm hoping the parts will show up. The rest of the parts will show up from Shoebox Central. Tomorrow I'll probably come home and plan on cleaning up the suspension components. I think I'm gonna throw them in the wheelbarrow and carry them out there in the yard and get the pressure washer after them if it's not raining, and pressure wash them up, and maybe if I have time tomorrow, go ahead and get them taken apart. I'd love to get this front suspension back together for the weekend, so I can get this car situated. Like I said, I'm chomping at the bit to get in there and get those, figure out. So I'm gonna have to jack this side of the car up. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually it's pulled away and it's pushed up through the floor. The other side isn't as bad, but it's rotten worse than this side is. So I'm not sure, unless maybe both sides have kind of pushed down. I don't know. So but that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna tackle, is getting the inner and outer rocker panels done, put in. I know I'm gonna have to take floor sections out to do it, and I'm gonna have to rebuild those supports, because I didn't order those. They're like I think they're like $100 a piece, something like that, at Shoebox Central. So and they're 14 gauge. 16 gauge? 16 gauge. So I might make them out, try to make them out of 14 gauge or something a little thicker. That's what's next. We got to get, like I said, I should have jacked it up about 6 inches further to the left, or to that side of the shop, and closer to the toolbox whenever I took the front tires off of it. But you know, it is what it is. I expected to take it apart and you know, put it back together so I could get an idea about what the ride height was going to be. So you know, we'll get there one day at a time. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.